Okay, I'm not entirely finished with my, you know, milkshake, but whatever. Yeah, Fremont 2, Pure Ruby. Pilk Enjoyers is maybe winning this. I'm actually not sure. The easy multiplier, I think, is enough for Pilk Enjoyers to win this, even though Tallbroski did find a break, but he did get a really good recovery combo on this with Hard Rock. Not entirely sure. I think the ending might be just enough for We Will Rob a Bank. We'll have to wait for the math on that one. I don't actually know if that's enough. I don't think it is. I think Tallbroski missing at that last Ki ended up losing them the pick. And it does. So let's see. They had 979, 942 with multiplier at the end, which I don't think that was enough. Like 90% sure that was enough. So yeah, We Will Rob a Bank ends up taking the Fremont 2 pick. And yeah, this has been a really interesting match. If we look at, you know, the if I look at the MP link at the ref sheet real quick, this match has been entirely breakpoints. Breakpoint after breakpoint after breakpoint. We are now 5 breakpoints into this match, so neither team has won their own pick yet. We saw a very nice FC from Prestive on the Hard Rock 1 Ilias pick. And aside from that, I think somebody FC Fremont won. Not entirely sure, because again, I had set up all this stream and whatnot. But now, we will see if We Will Rob a Bank can consolidate the breakpoint and get the win on their DT1 pick. For those of you unfamiliar with, you know, the tourney format, it's basically a 2v2. Each team has basically a T1 player, a tier 1 player, that's between rank 1 and rank 5,000. And then the tier 2 players are between rank 5,000 and rank 99999. So a tier 1 and a tier 2 player have to play the match, each map, and the team average rank has to be above 5,000. So yeah. So we see Scene 111, 1101, and Kagano for We Will Rob a Bank. I think this is a Filipino team. So it's probably a little bit early for them. And then for Pilk Enjoyers, Krestiv and Tallbroski in for this one. Kagano, I think, from at least what I recall, I think Kagano plays a fair amount of, you know, DD stuff, so should be very comfortable on this. I'm not too familiar with, you know, Krestiv's game, but, you know, you'd think they'd be confident on this. And yeah, so it's just kind of just very simple mapping so far. It's Diamond. A lot of people may know this song. Lots of like different TV sites versions of this. My show's version of this is pretty, you know, pretty well known. You see an early break from Kagano actually out of this first TI. It looks like found them missing. There's not traded. Oh, never mind. It's traded by Krestiv at the very end of that TI. So not that large of an advantage, all things considered, especially with Tallbroski finding this there. Oh, okay. Well, the advantage was in favor of We Will Rob a Bank, and now it is actually very slightly in favor of Pilk Enjoyers. Krestiv, the only one, well, the only player to really hold on for that section here. And that might be enough. We'll have to see. Everybody else has about the same problems, just Krestiv with the advantage. 98% so far. There's another break from Kagano, actually. Krestiv should trade it shortly after. This is going to be a very close one. Yeah, the score lead is pretty negligible, all things considered. If there's a break from either side, it will really, like, define the rest of this match, because Scene has a greater combo than Tall Broski. Both of them holding about the same accuracy. But we're coming down to the end of the map. It's still about a 50,000 swirling for Pilk enjoyers. They've had this throughout the entire map. You see, it's kind of closing in, but is there enough time? Act drops from Tall Broski at the end. This is going to be close, but there's no spinner, and it's going to be yet another breakpoint. 6 breakpoints in a row now in this match. And both teams' pick strategies are, needless to say, well, they've been tossed out the window long ago. Yeah, unlucky slider breaks for a Scene there. S-rank there, could have FC'd, but yeah. Like, solid performances overall, just a little bit more consistent performance from the side of Pilk enjoyers. Kagano finding a lot more misses at the start, and yeah, it kind of shows. That's mainly the score difference. Kagano, the only person to not crested, 600k on that map. But there's not a lot left in this pool. Bans, let's see, Pilk enjoyers banned out, no mod for Tech, no one Yes Man. We will rob a bank banned out, DT3, I think that's the control map, right? Or is that the speed map? I don't actually remember what map that was. So what's left in the pool is no mod 1, Sky Arrow, no mod 2, Rabbit House stream map, I think. No mod 5, Bison Charge. We just had the DT2 pick come out from Pilk enjoyers. We're gonna try to see if they can maybe use that DT advantage that they just got there to potentially bring them up to match point here. Also, for anybody in chat, how's the audio balance? Because this is like very scuffedly set up. And I don't think it's picking up my mic very well, so I might be really quiet. There's not a lot I can do to really fix that, unfortunately, so you guys are kind of going to have to deal with that one. Let me see if I turn this up to maybe that. I don't know how that's going to change anything in terms of the microphone. All right. DT2 Color Sasakura UK Remix. This is basically just a pure stamina map through and through. 225 media. Kagano as Akaris for We Will Rob a Bank. Crest of Tall Broski for Pilk enjoyers. Kind of basically just keeping the same lineup there. The only change being Akazaris coming in instead of Scene. Probably better, seemingly better on tapping oriented maps. Excuse me. Early break from Tall Broski. I think this aimed one of the bursts. Wasn't paying too much attention, but it's a very early lead for We Will Rob a Bank. Everybody else getting through that intro section relatively well, though. Akazaris a little bit down on the accuracy, though, so it's keeping the score lead, fairly close. We'll see how long they're able to combo game this one. Kalbrowski getting a little bit of recovery combo back after the early drop. Otherwise, still 3 FCs on the board. We're about halfway through now. Everybody's still holding on, though, through that little section there before we're into this little bit of a solo section before we get into the last PI. It's still very close. It's still anybody's game. The accuracy from Akazaris is really struggling, though. That score lead would be a lot bigger if there was a little bit more accuracy, and there is a slider break from Akazaris. It's not traded by anybody else on the side of pilk. And we might finally see a map that doesn't go into a breakpoint. There's not really a lot of map left. It's just after this little section here, it's pretty much over. The score lead flips back towards the favor of pilk, and with the FC looking at it from Krestiv and a very solid recovery combo, reverse stroke there from Tallbroski, they're going to be able to take this DT2 pick. And capitalizing on DT was the play. A nice double FC, one from Krestiv, one from Kagano, but ultimately just better support from Tallbroski. Much better accuracy. Akazaris, yeah, held the combo, but that one slider break really did throw in the wrench there. It seemed it was bound to happen, at least in my, from my experience, you know, watching, players with, who typically struggle on accuracy. Players who struggle a bit on accuracy tend to break more often, and it was an unlucky slider break from Akazaris on that one. We love the OC Jukebox. But now, pilk Enjoyers finally with, the first non-break point of this match. We will rob a bank! There's not a lot left. You have the Nomad 1, Nomad 2. You just lost the DT tapping, so Nomad 1, 2, and 5 might be out of the window. It's a little bit of a difficult situation. There's Hidden 1, the Asphyxia DMB map. And then you have hit less than 3, but I mean, we will rob a bank. They also lost the Hard Rock 1 pick that they've had, so no, not that many options left. You could maybe try to do a consistency test on Sky Arrow. But I don't really know exactly what's potentially left for them. They are gonna go with the Nomads 2 though. Final Overtake. Is this a map I'm thinking of? Okay, yeah, so this is 2018 style 196 BPM streams. Oh, that bracket still has the big BDL link. Oops. Dio might get to that. Yeah, I was gonna say Dio's probably gonna get to that before I can, so thanks, Dio. Alright. Nomad 2. Final Overtake. 196 BPM, so a little bit slower compared to, the DT2 we did just see. And I mean, all the players seem relatively comfortable, all things considered, on, colors. DT just a little bit of struggles in terms of accuracy overall from Akazaris, but now that we're in Nomad 2 territory and a solid 30 BPM lower, maybe Akazaris is a bit more comfortable tapping this BPM. Lineups for both teams are going to stay exactly the same. Completely expected, considering the poor performance these two teams just had on DT2. no, not DT2. Nemon 2. So far, it's still 4 full combos on the board. A little bit of an accuracy advantage in favor of pilk enjoyers for the time being. Although I say that, I think Prestive and Tallbroski both found some accuracy drops. It's still very close. Akazaris is, again, kind of struggling a little bit on the accuracy, but it's still very close, all things considered. And here's this little bit of a bigger control section in this map. Kind of reminiscent of what we saw in DT2. But there's a break from Kagano, actually. Missing a slider, it looked like, on the finger control section. And that's really bad, because it's not treated by anybody on pilk enjoyers. And now, all of a sudden, they have themselves an 80,000 point score advantage. And with a little bit of a slower section here into the last third of the map, I mean, Prestive and Tallbroski kind of just need to break, like, right now. But they're looking really comfortable on this so far. Nobody gets caught up on that kind of weird triplet section there. And as we're coming to this final finger control section at the end of the song, a little bit of a stream here. Nobody misses on that cut at the end. Everybody hits the 1/3 as well, and that will seal the deal. Still the double full combo coming on from the side of pilk enjoyers. And even at this point, it's too late, even if both of them break for Akazaris to bring it back. The accuracy just not enough. Kagano missing right in the middle of that first Ki, right smack dab in the middle of the map. It's gonna seal the deal. And even if Kagano had the full combo, it probably wouldn't have mattered. It likely wouldn't have mattered anyways with the accuracy difference as well. But a nice double FC on the side of pilk enjoyers, a rough slider break from Kagano, and a large seed upset in this round of 32. And this makes things very interesting moving forward. Very well done by pilk enjoyers. Very well done by them. Upsetting the seed, I believe it's seed 7? Very good play by them. And a pretty contested match, all things considered. Breakpoints up until map number 7 with that DT2. Pilk enjoyers seeming to have realized that tapping was the way to go, and indeed it was. But yeah, very good play. They finally figured out a pick strategy at the end, and it worked out. But I think with that, that'll be it for this particular match of Dio's Badgeless. It's DBBD. I don't actually remember the full thing, because I'm a terrible user. But yeah, that's the end of this one. We will be back later today with some more matches, streamed for the rest of this round of 32. So, not saying anything in terms of, like, streamers at the moment for the 12 and 1330 UTC. 12, 13, and 1330 UTC matches. Otherwise, yeah, if those matches don't get streamed, then we'll see you back here at 15 UTC, where we will rob 2 banks versus Milk Tea Twitter photo. Thank you all for watching. Take care.
Let's turn it up.